rocks. Innovators pushing boundaries, no padlocks. Mining for diamonds, secrets in the hash. They'll find gems, make that portfolio splash. Talking with the legends, future so bright. Crypto dreams at dawn, shine into the night. Smart contracts, decentralized plans. Talking to the master, shaking high-tech hands.
Welcome, 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 welcome. It's your boy, Buildable, back at it again. If you happen to see my last live stream, did that one over on Simpson on X as well. That was dope. It was with Gates. That was fun, man. That was the first time getting interviewed in a while. Hopefully you guys tuned in, and hopefully you guys aren't annoyed that I'm back at it. This time, though, it's the Daily Show where we're talking about Clanker. We're going to be talking about some stuff that's been hot recently, which is the Clanker meta. We're going to talk about Clanker. We're going to talk about DRB, and we're going to talk about Daos World. And obviously being able to raise money through a DAO and getting some projects opinions. We got Legendary from Arwalk on. We'll be talking kind of like his experience, why he likes it, what was good about it. We'll have the man himself, AZ, on, who's the creator of Daos World. And yeah, and it's going to be fun. And we also have VV.win on. Yoka is going to be joining us, who also launched a DAO. So if you guys haven't done so already, just literally share this out. So, we get some numbers up. That would be dope. That'd be dope. But we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff. Actually, let me also put this on Simps. Man, they're going to be so annoyed with me. I have like so many streams going on. Let's see. We're on Sims. Got to make sure I support the homies. Got to. All right, so in between, let's just wait. We're going to talk about Clanker again. DRB, if you haven't heard about that one, probably should. The market cap's pretty fucking crazy. And, why don't we just start off with that? Why don't we? Hold on one second. Let's just see what's going on. All right, so in case you guys have been living under a rock, let's talk. Shall we? Let's talk. Oh, what if we could get a Sims room made automatically for every DAO at AZ Flynn? When AZ comes on, we're going to have to ask him that, Simtoshi. I think, I think that could be really interesting, especially if they create the room, stream it onto Sims and onto X. I think it could go pretty well. Why is my camera so zoomed in? Look, it's kind of strange. Anyways, good suggestion, Simtoshi. We have to find that out. When AZ joins, we'll have him on to talk about it. All right, so I'm back, baby. All right, enough joking. Let's talk the latest in base, because a lot of you guys are panicking. Oh my god, the market's so bad, blah blah blah. And it does. It fucking sucks. It really does. But portfolio is dropping. Oh, hold on. Daos, or how do I join? Use the link I sent in the group chat. We got to make sure AZ comes in to this. Hold on. All right. So AZ, please join. All right. Anyways, let's chat what's going on, because the market's been horrible, but there have been some outliers. And the one outlier that I want to show up is DRB. Now, DRB is kind of crazy. This is, and ignore the lines, this is just kind of what I'm seeing. So in case if people don't understand, well, that's the chart, but let's take a look at with DRB. And shout out to, okay, hold on. I'm going to pull up some tweets, because DRB is worth noting. All right. So we're going to share some stuff instead. So DRB by Grok is a game changer built on base, leverages blockchain inefficiencies, debt relief. If it reaches 250 billion volume, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, maybe not this tweet, but it's by Grok. Grok created a project on base with using Clanker, and it's just taken off. And again, Grok is Elon Musk's AI, and probably one of the cool things is as DRB is moving, look at the chart, look like it's going to get some big listing. It could go much higher if we consider how far GOAT went. DRB was launched by Grok, biggest AI in the world, making revenue on the Grok wallet. I don't know the numbers right now, but there's a chance that Grok will make $1 million just on fees alone. Just on fees alone. That is fucking wild. Oh, there you go. We got AZ on the stage. AZ, we will get to you shortly. Legendary, we'll bring you guys up. So yes, we actually do have a question for you, AZ. Simtoshi was asking, bringing a Sims room for every DAO made, royalties back to DAO holders for the room. Ooh, idea out there from the audience. So we'll get to you guys in 10 minutes, but we got to talk Clank. Clank be clanking. And also, we got to make sure VV comes. Let me make sure that they're around. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather, but you know what? Your boy Bill don't sleep. Can't let a little cold get to him. Fuck that. All right, hold on a sec. Okay, so Yoka can't go to the stream. No problem, Yoka. Okay, back to it. All right, so DRB, let's see. Let me get actually the number one shiller by far on DRB. Let's find my boy. Let me see where my boy is, because this guy is probably one of the best shillers I've seen in a while. Where is it? Where is Degen Wolf? There's my boy Degen Wolf. Oh man, must follow. He just came over to base as a Solana Degen, and this guy is just crazy. All right, so let's see some of this. All right, this is a good tweet. This is the first time in history a token has such a good and innovative narrative since Bitcoin. No VC cabal allocation, raking $5,000 an hour. Can't be wrong as it operates by no one like Bitcoin. Fixed supplied, made by Elon Musk. AI, bullish on DRB. And he's right. This is something that has just been up only. It literally launched on the 7th, and it's kind of like uniting the base degens. And what I'm seeing is this parallel channel, and it's just making fees. So it started off, 600K. I think degen got in around 300, but 600K, and it's just making its way up. You have Coinbase talking about it, or sorry, Base. You have like all the trenches just really talking about it. It's very interesting to see. Now, granted, could it fall off a cliff? Yeah. Or it just continues up this parallel channel. I don't know what's going to happen. So it's either going to go down or up. I know, riveting shit. I agree. But my chances are it's going up. It's just creating a lot of fees, and the narrative is there where it's Elon's baby. It created a coin. It's one of those AI agents that's fully created using Clanker. And the fees that are generating, it's going to approach $1 million in the next few days. Elon hasn't shilled it yet. It's very interesting to see kind of what it is. And like I said, this is the first time that I'm seeing the base ecosystem kind of come together. So I'm very bullish. Like if you've been in this, your portfolio has been saved. If you haven't, GG, you're fucked. Sorry. I mean, really everything is down. I mean, if you look at other stuff that are there, and of course, Clanker is just clanking. Let's see. Clanker be clanking. Clanker is, I think people need to pay attention to the whole Clanker ecosystem, because those are basically the only things saving the market at this moment, at least on base. This is a beautiful chart. It's been announced that it's going to be on Coinbase. Coinbase is going to list it. It's in their roadmap. So my chances are it's going to make its third wave higher past its all-time high. I think it could go on a Toshi run. It's going to be on Coinbase. This is very good support between 50 and 70. It's just trading in this range. Look at this RSI. I expect a big move from Clanker. And Clanker is now being talked about everywhere because DRB has been listed on Clanker. So expect a move like this. I truly do believe the next month or two, this thing's going to fly. And it's a low supply coin. You know what they think about low floats, 70 million. Only less than 1 million in existence. So I think those are good coins. And yes, the rest, if you're in memes, it's kind of rough. I mean, there's no two ways about it. A lot of things took hits recently. Like look at Miggles. Yeah. So if you're in the trenches, you kind of have to understand where the money's going, where the narrative's going. This is not pretty. It's it could be a deviation. We'll see because ETH is gone, but this is not good at all. It's a deviation. So if you're in Miggles, kind of pay attention. It's got to reclaim this. A lot of coins are struggling, but right now the meta is on Clanker. It's on stuff like DRB. So keep your eye on that. So, anyways, I don't want to bore you guys anymore. Those are the things that I'm focusing on. Shin, what is up? Solid to have you on. I want to talk Daos World stuff because it's important that we chat. While things are there, the memes aren't really popping right now. But you have Clanker meta, you have AI meta in DRB, but you also have the ability to utilize platforms like Daos World. So we're gonna have AZ on. We're going to talk about why he created what he did. We're going to then talk to Legendary about what he likes about the project. We'll briefly talk about what I'm cooking as well. So without further ado, let's just kind of get into it, get these guys on. Let's see. Let's go with these guys. Legendary and AZ, how we doing today?
GM, I'm good. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. I mean, I am good. I'm battling a cold. I actually just live streamed an hour ago, and now I'm doing this one again. But you know what? Doesn't matter when the market's red or green. Your boy Bill got a stream. You feel me?
That's the truth.
For sure. And then, by the way, Legendary, like AZ, I was telling Legendary, man, this guy is a beast. The staking rewards with the NFTs and like Legendary, did you just like learn how to dev or like have you been doing this for a while?
I mean, as far as like the NFT stuff, I've been doing it since probably 2021. Just a lot of like free releases as I was working on my stuff. But as far as like making the staking app, that was just like me and Cursor, and I'm not great coding in that aspect, so it was just a lot of trial and error with Cursor.
Wow. And then so from AZ, from your perspective, obviously you've gotten to know Legendary and we all think he's great and you're a dev yourself. Like how inspiring is it to see other people like just building and innovating like AZ's doing? Or I mean Legendary's doing.
Yeah, it's been very inspiring. I mean, I'm in the Telegram and Discord, like following his progress every day. He went from no code to coding an entire NFT staking contract plus UI in the matter of days. Nowadays, obviously AI is a major help, but this is not something you can really vibe code. Like there's a lot of little edge cases and tricks. So I know he spends a lot of time actually like figuring stuff out. So yeah, it's honestly all my DAO managers highly impressed by their ingenuity and their resilience and their just ability to build.
Absolutely. It's really fascinating to watch. So all right. First, I want to talk to you, AZ, because you've created what I think, and I think people just aren't fully comprehending it yet, although they're starting to because it's a very popular platform. But I want to kind of figure out and talk to you why you're so passionate about building what you do, because you're a very talented dev yourself, very talented. Like what you've built is truly groundbreaking. And then I want to talk to Legendary and give his opinion as to his thoughts about launching his project, our walk on it, the good, the bad, and why he's so excited or why he chose our to launch our walk on your platform. So, and shout out to Yoka, couldn't make it, but shout out to Vivi. I have to learn more about Vivi, but we'll get to that later. So, anyways, AZ, talk to me, man. Why are you so passionate about building Daos World?
Yeah, I guess long story short, I think DAOs are a very misunderstood concept, but also a very, very powerful type of coin. So we started this cycle with the classic meme coin. It's a classic fair launch, all the supply is distributed. DAOs add one interesting twist and add a level on top of it. Now you have a coin with a treasury on top of it. And that treasury can be used for an infinite number of possibilities, and it can be entirely controlled by a decentralized community. And you have this, instead of a classic bonding curve fair launch, you get a different type of pre-sale fair launch where everyone that's early, that earns their spot on the whitelist, gets to enter at a very good price, and then the public can buy afterwards. So this is a bit of a more interesting twist than a classic meme coin launch, but TLDR is kind of like a degen coin with a treasury controlled by governance, and with this kind of structure, many more possibilities are there. And I'm just passionate about DAOs because I see the potential giving power to your community, involving interesting tokenomics with NFTs, tokens, and I see the potential in it, just being able to build on top of a treasury. So it's something that you can't do just launching a plain shitcoin. Like with a plain shitcoin, you have no resources, you have no funds.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I see a lot of potential there.
Yeah, I think it changes the way of capital formation. Like I found you guys probably right around the launch of 3BC. And I thought it was just so innovative and great, groundbreaking, because you're changing the way capital formation's done. And if it's utilized by a proper team, and I know one of the things I do like about you, you do vet projects before they launch, because it's important to, just like with anything, with nefarious people coming in, it could just drain the resources and people are fucked. But being able to see who the team is, and if it's used for the right reasons, DAO is super powerful, because as you said, you now have the ability to have funds raised to actually work on this project. So everyone wins. The token holders have their tokens at entry level, and the team has a war chest to go into it, to build, to create. And that hasn't really been seen. Let me ask you, AZ, like, have you been involved in a DAO before in any other realm?
I've never been involved in a DAO before. I've observed them. I've observed like Nouns DAO and like all the big DeFi DAOs.
Yeah,
But this is our platform is not like, it's not the same as like building a huge ass like Aave DAO controlling hundreds of
sure.
millions of dollars, right? I see it more as a degen platform. I see these more as like degen DAOs,
For sure.
a smaller scale, but much more flexible. I mean, we're in this era of mass tokenization spawned by Pump Fund, and this is kind of like the DAO version of that, I would say.
Yeah, and like I said, it's exciting because everyone benefits. Token holders, they get into a community early on. Obviously, they choose which ones they want. Project heads like Legendary are able to fund their DAO to fulfill whatever they want to do, and obviously the platform can help on fees. So it's a win-win all around. Before I pass it to Legendary, my last question to you, AZ, is you're on base. You started on base. Now you went to Solana. What are your thoughts so far between the two chains? Is there, have you seen, are you, obviously Solana has probably more fees, maybe a different, more degens, but base is a little bit more mature. What are your thoughts between the two chains?
Yeah, so there is a lot of interesting differences between the two chains. I mean, firstly, these are the only two chains that matter right now, in my opinion. Like they have the most users, the most volume. If you want to build a degen anything, like you have to go to either Base or Solana, or both. Now, numerically speaking, Solana does have more users. It does have more volumes.
Yeah.
If you want to launch something, you're going to get many more potential buyers and eyes right away by launching on Solana. So that's one of the pros of Solana's. One of the cons, though, is I think that the holder base is more paper-handed on Solana. People are looking for much quicker flips, like flips within the day.
Yeah.
Whereas on base, you kind of see the opposite. Of course, you still have that degen like flipping mindset, but holders are much more likely and encouraged to hold for a longer amount of time. They're stronger believers. They'll actually believe in something. So it's a bit more slower paced on base, but at the benefits of, I think, having a stronger core holder base.
Yeah. I think it's a balance, right? Solana wants instant moon right away. Base, though, kind of understands there's going to be peaks and valleys, especially maybe after pre-sale. There might be a dip, but like they're willing to give projects a chance. So I do see appeal on both. But you're right. I think those are the only two chains that matter by far. And I think you're right by targeting those two. Again, shout out to Shin. I can tell he's a loyal DAO's World member. AISTR deserves to get back into the millions. And glad to hear DAOs.world. Shin, I'm happy to have you on, and especially once we launch the NFT DAO that we're doing, that I'm fully backing. I want you to support as well. Would love to have your support. So happy to tell you more about it. So okay, Legendary, my friend. Let's 3BC, my friend, Enlo. How you doing? Had him on as well. Shout out to you. All right, so Legendary, talk to me, man. First of all, massive respect for you. I like you so much. We brought you into what we're cooking with the Non-Fungible Alliance. Massive fan of you. But okay, talk to me, Legendary. What was going through your head about saying, okay, I have this idea for our walk. I want to launch on Dao's World. Walk me through that. Why Dao's World? And yeah, why work with what AZ's created?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been in the space for a bit, so I, just pay attention to new protocols that are coming out. DAO's World instantly caught my eye just because I'm pretty familiar with DAOs. I've looked up various governance structures and stuff. So right from the beginning, I kind of felt like it was a good platform. Just I'm a big fan of the EVM. Starting on base, it allows you to bridge to other chains. We have assets on base, mainnet, and hyperliquid. So that's one thing too, is just the fact that it's on the EVM and there's so much, better building infrastructure and stuff. I don't think I would have been able to, make a staking app if it was on Solana, just because Rust is a little bit harder. But overall, just I've been, I had a project for a while, Arwalk, that I didn't really want to work on or release because it's just like the current NFT structure is so negative sum. There's definitely a handful of groups out there that, release fair price mints and back their projects, but a lot of people just mint, take the funds, and don't really do anything, or they gaslight their community and what they'll do. So I think by having, DAO's World, it just gives you like a lot of opportunities on what you want to do. Like if you have NFTs you want to incorporate into your project, like Arwalk did, and use that as the whitelist pass, it gives you the ability to do that. And everything technically is very sound on DAO's World. Like not a single problem with anything as far as withdrawing funds or managing it. So just seeing the development and becoming more familiar with the core team, I would say, is what gave me confidence to launch on their platform, and still a full supporter. And, working with you, with Toby, and anyone that, wants to mimic a similar structure, reach out to DAO's World or me or whoever.
That's great to hear. It's always good to hear from someone who's actually utilized the platform. And like I said, Vivi was going to be on but can't, so it's good to get your insight, Legendary. Do you think? Let me ask you this, because it's DAO's members or managers will probably have to combat this at some point or another. How do you combat FUD? Because obviously it's no fault to you or anyone launching, but typically with a DAO launch, there's like a pre-sale. Prices probably will drop. What do you say to those that are so concerned with maybe the inevitable beginning drop or not? Is there anything? How do you combat it personally with the RWalk community?
I've been combating it by just working nonstop. Like I didn't know how to code. I just released a staking app. You know, looking up snapshot governance structures, learning how to do equal weight governance. I think anyone that's watching that, you know, is has somewhat a sense of the space knows that, there's solid development going on. I would say initially it's really hard to combat FUD just because there's and going forward, projects that launch in this structure might not have as much FUD, but it's just like it's harder to understand in the beginning. Like you don't have a lot of previous projects for people to mimic the launch structure off of, so naturally if they don't understand and price falls, they start fudding, and then you have a lot of people that sell. But I would say, communication is very
Yeah.
important. You want to be there, communicate your plans, but overall just showing what you're capable of. I mean, if you're being fudded, to me, it's just huge motivation to work and, show that I'm building, and I'll continue to do so.
Yeah, I think if the community sees, actual community forming and, the devs and the managers, of course, it shouldn't be a dev. If you're a DAO, it's not just a dev, it's community still pushing and transparency. I think there's no reason anyone can flood. AZ, let me ask you this though. In your community though, because you've seen a lot of projects and probably similar price drawdowns, how does the community in your eyes react to seeing that? Are they cool with it? Do they understand? Is your community like more accepting of like trusting the process? What are your thoughts from what you've seen?
Yeah, it's always a tough situation with brutal price drops. I mean, when Daos World started, we went really viral and stuff really pumped like to insane levels. This was right during AI plus DAO mania, and to see the prices come down from that has been a bit disheartening. But the community reacts in a lot of different ways. We do have a lot of really strong, fervent supporters like Shin, that we always love. And these guys, they understand the vision. They see the DAOs are still grinding and building constantly. We naturally have some community members that just sell and that leave, but we really do, cherish our strong core holder base that really, they got in on the whitelist, so they're probably still up. But yeah, it's bad price is always a tough thing to deal with communities, and we try our best to, fight the FUD and keep the engagement going.
Yeah, I mean that's all you can do. And again, I think it's just important, like how Legendary is saying it. Whether the price is up or down, I think the most important thing is having the team or having the DAO members push and showing up every single day. And I still think, I hope that you continue to do what you're doing, where it's like soft vetting projects. Just from an outside point of view, like I really do like the fact that you have people who want to launch a DAO, submit a Google form to get in touch with you. It's true, right? You kind of soft vet these projects that want to use your services.
It's entirely true. Yes, I vet every project. I do
Good.
my due diligence. I ask them to send the socials of every team member. I ask them about their prior history. Yeah, we are a very curated platform, and yeah, I only want to bring on good, solid projects and solid teams to Daos.world.
I think that's absolutely critically smart and important, and job well done, because I think you can't control price action, but what you can control is, and for DAO members coming in wanting to participate in whitelist, what you can control is having teams that want to utilize the platform and have good intentions and are going to work hard. So at least DAO members know, hey, AZ's vetted these people. We don't know if price is going to go up or down, but you damn well know that they're going to grind and put in some hard work to make something cool. Because at the end of the day, all these projects are experiments. Monarch, Arwalk, YT, Hard, even what I'm going to be launching, which is coming up soon, Non-Fungible Alliance. It's all an experiment. We actually think it's going to be good, but we can't control prices. But what we can control is effort, and I think that's important. Leaving it to you, AZ, before we kind of wrap things up. I know you have a couple launches up. Do you want to talk anything about Monarch or VV or any of the DAOs that are currently up and running?
Yeah, sure. I'll talk about a couple of the DAOs. So Monarch is launching tomorrow on Solana. They are a monad themed investment fund. Very strong team that has done a lot of stuff on Bear Chain and other chains before. So really excited to see them launch. They're even coming up with a special ERC 1155 NFT that allows people to participate in these early stage monad deals without KYCing. One of the problems with legally participating in a lot of these like high-end exclusive deals is a lot of these like VC-backed companies will require participants to KYC. So they've come up with this creative way where they have basically taken this deal and put it into an NFT, and they're able to democratize access to NFTs like this.
Interesting.
And Monad is I'm myself am quite bullish on Monad. They have such an intense community, and their testnet is in full swing. So I think there's a lot of opportunities there for people to make money. So yeah, looking forward to Monarch's launch.
And that's on Solana. That's on Solana, right?
That's on Solana, correct.
Cool.
Um, and I'll speak about VV real quickly. So I've been talking and working with Yoka quite closely, who's the founder of VV. He is taking on the Telegram bot, the Telegram trading bot, but he's adding a twist to it. He's adding a lot of twists to it. So the Telegram trading bot space, very competitive. You have your entrenched players that are the top dogs that take all the volume. How do you differentiate yourself, right? How do you be different? How do you attract new users, right? And one approach that he's doing is he's trying to put Banker on Telegram. So in his bot, you can actually tag the bot and be like, "Hey, Vivi, send Bill 1,000 RWalk tokens," and it will draw the 1,000 RWalk tokens from your account and send it over. So this is like one way he's trying to add a twist to the Telegram trading bot. So excited to see what he comes out with there.
Very cool. I'm excited too as well. It is a tough space. Actually, this episode is brought to you by a Telegram bot, Juice Bot, but it is one of those things where it's very profitable. So I could see that if you could capture users' interest, it could do really well. Before we wrap things up, though, guys, so you guys know I am going to be publicly backing. If you haven't heard already, I'll be launching something on Daos World. It's the Non-Fungible Alliance. For those that don't know, curious to know actually your thoughts too, AZ. So what we're trying to do is investing in blue chips or just the NFT ecosystem on base. Our thesis is the NFT ecosystem is going to boom. There's going to be a massive boom, and especially on base, everything is so undervalued, and we're entrenched. And our job as an alliance is to bring together different all the best communities in the NFT world and invest in them. Not only invest in current existing projects, but also a charitable component, which is giving grants out to up and coming artists, or maybe they don't have the financial resources to take classes, but they're so good and talented. The community is going to come together. There's going to be a mechanism to fund that, mechanism for the price appreciations for the NFTs. There's going to be a whole sector dedicated to the marketing component. We're going to create this whole ecosystem platform where if you want to be featured, instead of maybe using me to get on a space, we're going to create that go-to hub for the base NFT ecosystem. So we're excited to do this. Want to know your thoughts. Hopefully they're bullish, but AZ, what do you think about the potential for Non-Fungible Alliance?
Yeah, super stoked and bullish to have you and Base Junkie working on this. I share the exact same sentiment as you. I think people are tired of meme coins, and I think the NFT meta is going to see a revival, right? So to wrap this all up into a DAO that does multiple things and invests in blue chip NFT assets, forms a community that supports new and upcoming artists, wrap this all into a token with a treasury. It's like it's cool, it's interesting. Not many people have done something like this, right? The potential here is insane, and the sky is the limit, right? So really excited to see what you guys can do different and how you guys can push the NFT space on base forward with NFA.
Yeah, no, and I think it's interesting too because we're going to be utilizing a tax contract on that, and that opens up so many possibilities to have a continuing, ongoing treasury, or depending on what the DAO wants to do, whether it's funneling some of the taxes into the treasury, or stakers get rewarded if we launch a farm. The ability to, in theory, again, this is all an experiment. The ability to have a piece of the assets under management is represented by the token. So the underlying token will represent a percentage share of the assets under management. So there's many ways to skin this cat, and we're excited. And the first thing that we're going to be doing is obviously launching Topies to go along with that. We'll get into that more. For those that don't know, Topies are these 8,808 base builders spreading positivity across the base ecosystem. So obviously, if you own a Topi, you'll also have the ability to have voting rights into the DAO. But we do have a feeling that this collection, which will be the first collection supported by the Non-Fungible Alliance, has the ability to be a blue chip, the top project on base. Not just saying that, but based on Base Junkie, he's launched successful project on Ethereum in 2021. We feel the art's great, but we'll see. So we're excited to have you guys. Looking forward to that. We're going to launch soon the whitelist campaigns, but obviously the market's literally terrible, so we're just kind of waiting. But yes, Legendary and AZ, thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, likewise. It was great to be on this show.
Absolutely, guys. So we'll be cooking more. But yeah, gonna wrap things up, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are a DAO manager or you want to run a DAO, you've watched this episode. We have about over 200 people on all streams watching this. Reach out to AZ on the forum. That way you can tell him the vision and properly do it. He's only wants proper people to run a project. So it's important that you reach out. But I can't highly recommend enough a platform what AZ is doing. Legendary's done a great job with his, and I'm excited for what we're building. So again, guys, this is your boy Bill. This has been Clanker be Clanking. Let's talk DRB and DAO's World, the live stream. Catch you all tomorrow. Peace.
Bye.